community leader who also happens to be our neighbor, one of our neighbors in Westwood Park. And I have to say, this family has been such true friends and strong supporters of Norman and our family. And so we're deeply grateful to the Cahills for all of their support. So please welcome City Leader Brian Cahill.
I just want to say I used to be able to jump up on the stage. I'm a third-generation San Franciscan, and I have been pleased to know Norman since 1992 when I was working with Sally, and I was the director of the Department of Social Services. And I learned early on, actually the first couple times I learned it somewhat the hard way, that Norman, beneath all that charming personality and quiet demeanor, is a fierce advocate for the poor and the vulnerable and the marginalized. And for me, that's the most important thing that I respect in a public official and an elected leader. And then my wife Donna runs Holy Family Day Home. It's the oldest child care center in San Francisco down on 16th and Dolores. She and Norman have worked for years in the early childhood education field, and in fact, Norman and Donna have been working even recently. And his expertise just shines through in his passion. But what I want people to know who may not know him, the passion is there. It's not like over-the-top yelling and screaming passion. And for me, that makes it even stronger. And then, as has been mentioned, he went on the Board of Education. And again, I think you could see his impact. And there's a lot of talented people, a number of them are here today. But I think what he was able to do is place the value of collegiality out there and effectiveness working together. And that leadership, I think, is really to be treasured. And part of it is, and this hasn't been said, is because he never trips over his ego. He always keeps in mind what's important, and he doesn't think his needs or his ego or to be stroked or anything like that. And I saw that this last year as he began thinking about this campaign and talking to merchants, small business leaders, neighborhood leaders, people that he hadn't known before. And what I saw is every time he was asking about their thoughts, he was asking what they had in mind, what they thought was needed in their community. Never spending a lot of time about telling them what he did or what he could do, but what they needed. And to me, that kind of compassion and advocacy, intelligence, commitment is exactly what we need. I personally believe we've been blessed with Sean Ellsburn as our supervisor, and I believe we will be equally and hopefully more blessed with Norman Yee as our supervisor. Thanks.